Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici. Welcome my friends and welcome to my channel, Fountain Pen Therapy. Well, I just got another pen. Yes, it's an Italian pen. Forgive me. But I just got it in the mail yesterday and I thought I'd do a review and put it on my YouTube channel immediately. It's the Maiora Alpha Amalfi Eyedropper. What can I say? Another Neapolitan masterpiece. Stay tuned. Okay, here's the masterpiece. So just a quick unboxing. It comes in this cardboard sleeve with some minimal branding information on it. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous box with this imitation crocodile leather sort of covering. Very, very, very nice. You open up the pen. The box has the Maiora handcrafted with heart, because everything is handcrafted, of course. Here's the pen. If we lift this, we have some information booklets. Again, the leather crafted or leather imitation there. A very, very nice touch. And just a booklet for information. Let me just put that back. We'll take out the pen and take out my knight in shining armor. Here we go. And here's that beautiful pen. The Alpha Amalfi Eyedropper. Now, what do we have to say about this? Well, first of all, the resin is very nice. I know I keep using the same superlatives, but it is just a gorgeous resin. Look at that. Very, very nice detail, different colors, and it goes perfect with this knight, with the blue and the gold. I think it's just a perfect match, if you will. And of course, it's got that, classic design here, the Delta design. And okay, first thing to mention is that this vermeil banding is 14 karat plated on sterling silver. Very nice. There's texture to it. It's just not. It's a true engraving, if you will, if that's the expression. Then the finial, just pointed out, pointy points at both ends. It's got two bands, two gold rings here, another gold here, and one on each side. So that's the exterior of the pen, if you will. All handcrafted. Then if we open up, that's the nib. Now, what do we say about the nib? It's a 14 karat gold-plated stainless steel nib. As you can see, it has the Maiora branding on it. And this is a Maiora Italy. And this is a stub. And I believe it's a 1.1 that I chose. Now, what's also very nice about this pen is that it has a triple filling mechanism. What's the triple? Where are the three? Well, you can use cartridge, international converter, and, I just inked myself, it's a eyedropper. So you can tell it's hard to, so when I turned that, I said, why is it so hard? Oh, that's not very good manufacturing. And then I realized that this thing's an eyedropper. The reason why it was difficult is because there's a rubber ring here that seals it nicely should you want to use this as an eyedropper. So it is an eyedropper with a capacity of 5.5 milliliters of ink. So that's a lot of ink. So that's and I just realized I put my finger all over that nib. So that's it. That's the outside and the inside. And it does have, by the way, the Maiora, just a branding there, and also the number here, Amalfi, and the number of the pen. Okay, I think it's not a limited edition, but there are limited number of pens that are manufactured, I believe. So that's the pen. Let me put the pen aside. In terms of the ink that we will be using today, I'm going to use the Leonardo Officina Blue. So that's the ink we're going to be using today. It's a nice color. As you can see, we can get probably some sheen there, a little bit of red. So that's the Leonardo that we will be using today. And okay, so here's the ink, by the way, that Leonardo Officina ink that I was talking to you about. It's the Leonardo Officina Italiana, just blue. So that's the ink. In terms of the journal we'll be using today, we're going to change things up a little bit. This is my journal that I keep all track of all my pens. It's an Atoma paper, and it has this wonderful ring system, the Atoma system. And the notebook itself is nicely done, or it's nicely, it's just perfect. It wasn't meant for pens, but as you can see, as I receive a pen, I give it, I mark down the name of the pen, the nib that I'm using, just a few words, a few scribbles, and whether it's a go-to pen or not. I rate it in terms of pen, nib, design, built, and value, and so and so on and so on. So and that's the squares we see here are the squares that that are going to be filled out. Now we're going to fill it out here. So that's it. By the way, does it post? Yes, it does. It does post very comfortably, by the way. So let's just start this with the pen. Oh, that is an exquisite nib. This is the Gioia. No, I made a mistake. Ooh, big mistake. This is the Maiora Alpha Amalfi. And the nib is the Maiora 14 karat plated stub. I don't know if it's the plating, but a funny suspicion that it's a Jowo nib, but it really feels much softer for some reason. Okay, what else do I put on these things? Okay. So the nib is soft, smooth, and wet, constant, with a slight feedback. But it's just, look at this. Look at this. It's just absolutely, and there's the line variation. Very, very, very nice. Now, in terms of the rating, and I will use the rating that I use. So for design, now here's my criticism. I'm going to give this a 9.3, and let me explain. The design is very nice, but you know, we've seen it before. I mean, the resin is nice and the rest of it. But what shocked me a little bit about this pen, because I wasn't expecting it, especially when I, with the Maiora Impronte, very light. I was expecting it to be a lot heavier, and I just like a heavier pen. So when I saw it this light, I thought maybe they had compromised somewhat. So that's my criticism, and that's why I'm sorry you haven't seen that. So the design, I'm giving it a 9.3. After that, I need to do, in terms of build, the built is 9.8. It's just a very well built pen. The nib 9.8. Value. Well, you know, I paid it about, I would say, when all was said and done, about $350 Canadian dollars. You know, it's still a lot of money for a pen, some people might say, and you know, it's a toy at the end of the day. You know, it's not a necessity, but that's my collection, and I really like this. I really like it. I think the best part about it is the ink and the nib. Really, really, really nice. Very, very nice. I'm very pleased about this pen. So there you go. Again, that's another review. I hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy the weather. It's getting warmer. It's summer is around the corner. So is the golf season. So all the best, and take care of yourselves.